orienting you here, but the tech failed when we were in the middle of that Instagram live right at the end. And so I'm going to pick up right where I think I left off, right before the tech dropped out and Steph disappeared and I disappeared from his end. We have started doing this thing in our household where we earn merits and demerits. My 5-year-old son has been doing this for a couple of years. My 3-year-old daughter has asked to begin the process as well. And when they do something that's really responsible, that's a contribution to the family within the household that they are responsible for, they do something that's really kind or they go out of their way for somebody else, they have the option to earn a pirate money, pirate booty, relentless betrayal, one of the brands that I hope to partner with for Patriarch. And so my son accumulates these and we put them in an envelope. And at the end of the month, we deposit 50% of them into the bank. And so he has lots of money banked already, and that's going to turn into real money. My favorite part about this, though, is that he has used that money not just to buy coffee, but hot chocolate for himself when we go out, but he's used it to buy a present for mom for Mother's Day. He's used it to buy a present for dad for Father's Day. He's used it to buy a present for his little sister for her birthday. He's used it to buy things for himself that we otherwise wouldn't have bought for him, which is, I know for me, what I need in my own body, in my own physiologies. I need to be guided, shown, and also have the opportunity to do and make mistakes and be corrected. And that's what he's getting right now. And that's going to turn into real money. And that's going to do the same thing is going to happen for my daughter. And they will not likely not know because they don't care right now how much they have in savings. But 10 years down the line, that turns into we've been putting 50% in their savings of everything that they make. All of a sudden, you have $10,000 that you didn't know. And every end of year, here's how much you get to take out of that to do whatever it is that you want to do with. What do you want to give to charity? You want to buy gifts for the family and you're going to use that money to buy gifts for people all year. You want to buy yourself a car, whatever it is. One of the guys in the chat asked, what was the book that I brought up earlier? And the book that I brought up was called Happy Money by Ken Honda. And it's not going to get into the nitty gritty details of some of the specifics that you need to be doing. But for me, what it did is it helped me identify and rewire my money stories by asking questions like, what was the story you learned about money from your mom? What was the story you learned about money from your dad? What was the story you learned about money and wealth from culture? And what's the story that you want? And what's the story and relationship that you want your kids to have with money? That really woke me up to the stories I was believing, but not just believing, but living in my life. And also woke me up to, well, what is it that I want? And what is it that I want to give my kids with? So that I could start writing that stuff down, my new money stories, my new money relationship, my new beliefs about it, and who I would be if I had it and when I had it. And not just writing that down every single day, but saying that out loud. And then when I would go to spend money, one of the big things in that book is the concept of arigato, thank you. Every time I spend money, instead of being like, this is so expensive, it's thank you. Not just thank you, money, but thank you, Lord, for this abundance with which I get to feed my family, or I get to pay for a crazy water bill that's now $235 a month, or I get to pay for the electricity bill. Thank you. Thank you for the ability to do this. That was huge for me. And without further ado, I'm going to wrap this thing up, guys, since the tech failed on us earlier. This has been Steph Allen, Patriarch Live. Steph is going to be one of the speakers at the Patriarch Summit coming up September 11th, 12th, and 13th, reclaiming and revitalizing fatherhood, family, and masculine leadership, and more leadership within the family. Working on 6 of the battlefronts that most men are struggling with, that most men are fighting on in their lives, that I have fought on multiple, if not all of them, and most men are fighting on multiple fronts at once. And that's the front of self, with our own health, physically, mentally, emotionally. That's the front of our marriage and relationships, which nobody actually teaches how to be in, which we talked about earlier. That's the front of our money and finances, which Steph was here to bring us wisdom today. That's the front of fathering. And how are we to actually steward our children to be successful, competent, confident, happy, good people in the world? That's the front of leadership. How are we to show up as men in the world? And that's the front of faith. 3 days, 8, 9 amazing speakers. We're going back and forth. One mission. It's going to be like guys like Steph, myself, Nate Feathers, Dads Don't Babysit, Ryan Mickler, Pat Barber of the Fathers Guild, Mike Salemi, Gabriel Mira, who you guys saw last week, who I've been praying with every single day since then, Daniel Gross, Matt Beaudreau. It's going to be powerful, guys. If you want to lead your family and you're already leading them well, but you want to lead them better, you want to steward them further, this is the room that you need to be in, as we talked about. It's about who you surround yourself with. You couldn't surround yourself with a better group of guys than this. And honestly, I'm so blessed that each and every one of these guys said yes. General admission is $17. It's really a no-brainer. VIP is $47. You get all the recordings for life. If you can't make specific ones, you get to submit questions for the Q&As and get your coaching right there. You get to access giveaways from the speakers as well as the sponsors like Homegrown Fitness. They're going to be giving away 250 pounds of bumper plates. Like Camuso is going to be giving away, not this, but I have a breathwork Camuso shift that I use for breathwork. Even though I've been a breathwork teacher for almost 10 years now, I still forget. I talk about self-regulation all the time. And hopefully we get the Born United crew on board as well, but maybe we won't. We'll see. Patriarch Summit, September 11th, 12th, 13th. Revive your leadership. And that's it, guys. Thank you for being here and have an amazing